All right, let's go out to Carol in Georgia. What's up, Carol?
Hey, it's so nice to be talking with you today.
It
Thank
isn't.
you for taking my call.
Oh, goodness. Thank you for calling me. And I'm kind of in a singing mood still. I'm trying to stop. Kelly says it's annoying. People write in comments and you quit singing. Is my
Oh,
singing
you're
bad?
fine.
All right, good.
No, you're good.
All right. What's up, Carol?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to lose weight and keep it off permanently after experiencing a sexual trauma.
Oh, gosh. What happened?
And the backstory, I was raped when I was 16 years old. I was then in a size 5'7". After years of yo-yo dieting, I'm now 44. Over half my life. And then a size 18-20. In the past, I could lose some weight. However, every time I received any kind of attention from a man, as little as a look or a smile, or any time I was planning an event, trip, holiday, get-together, etc., I would gain weight and didn't realize I was doing this to myself until a couple of years ago. And now that I know, I still cannot seem to break the cycle. And on top of that, I was in a vehicle accident 6 years ago that caused a lot of issues with my body, making it even harder to exercise or do any kind of physical activity any length of time without being in excruciating pain. So I'm in desperate need of your help, Dr. Delony. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you're okay. My wife says my name wrong, too, still, after 25 years. It's fine. Oh, man. I guess I'll just start with I'm so sorry that happened.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that somebody took everything away from you, especially taking away how safe you feel inside your own body. Um, and I'm also sorry for almost 30 years of just painful loneliness, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My experience is you're going to need somebody different than me, but I'm going to I'm going to hold your hand and walk you to that person. Okay. Is that cool?
That's perfect.
Okay. Um, man. So most common, this is what the literature would tell me, okay, is that after a sexual assault, there can be a couple of different paths when it comes to weight gain. Sometimes it is, I want to hide inside myself. I want to disappear in a crowded room. Kind of like my daughter, she's 7. She'll put her hair over her eyes and kind of feel like she's disappeared, even though she's standing right there. I can kind of disappear. Or I can put some safety between me and the outside world. There's often another piece of this train that I think is more insidious, and that it's somehow, some way, the story gets twisted up inside of somebody that this is what they get, that this is what they deserve. It's almost a form of self-punishment. Look at what you did last time. Look at what you allowed to happen last time. Look at the role you played in what happened last time. That's what you get. So if you've honestly looked, I mean, it sounds like you're way ahead of most folks that I sit down with in this challenge. When you look back and you go, oh gosh, every time I get close to somebody, every time I start to be around other people, I just, without even thinking, I start using food to numb out. And then it's got some pretty significant health consequences for me. When you look back, what is your body trying to keep you safe from?
Being hurt.
Okay. Is there any sort of guilt here, or are you able to separate yourself from any sort of, this is on somebody else? Somebody else took this from you, that you didn't play a role in that?
I'm sure, yeah, there's guilt.
What's the guilt from? Tell me the guilt story.
I guess it was a person that worked with my dad, and he'd come to the house. So, I mean, it was I wouldn't consider a family friend, but I guess if I wouldn't have got in the vehicle.
Nope. It's going to stop you right there, Carol. No, you're a kid. You're a kid. That man stole from you. Okay?
Yeah.
When you lose weight, does it make you feel vulnerable? Naked on a street corner, if you will?
Yes.
Exposed? Okay.
Uh-huh. I mean, of course, when I'm bigger, like I am now, I want to lose the weight.
Oh, of course.
I want to be healthy. But then when I get there, if I get any look or attention, it scares me.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to walk you through a few steps, and I'm going to direct you where you need to go next, okay?
Okay.
All right. And so for people listening, by the way, I totally get it. It's very easy to think, man, you'll feel so much better if you're right. And it's a feeling of terror that if you haven't been through some sort of sexual assault or sexual trauma, that it's hard to even put into words. In fact, your body takes over, and you even spoke of it as an out-of-body experience. Almost you wake up a month later and you've put on 35 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's almost so automated or so mind-numbing that your body starts to save your life from yourself because it's so put a pin in intimacy and relationships that it goes running, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, so here's step one. I want you to hear what I'm going to say, and I'm going to be pretty direct because we only have a few minutes, okay? And normally I'd be a lot slower to say some of the things I'm going to say, but they're pretty direct, okay? Is that cool? And a lot of them you probably know, but maybe no one's ever said them to you before, okay? This is not keeping you safe. And in fact, this is killing you slowly.
I agree completely.
Okay. The second thing is, and this is going to be hard, and this is going to be something you have to unpack with a counselor. Do you promise you will talk to somebody?
Yes.
Okay. We are going to commit from this day forward that we will not give that man one more second of your life.
Yes.
No more. No more keeping ourselves safe from that guy. Surely he's long dead by now?
Hopefully.
Okay. He does not get one more inch of real estate in your heart anymore. He's still winning. He's still cast a shadow, and that ends today. Okay?
Yes.
Now, I know that's easy to say out loud, and there's going to take some significant trauma counseling to work through it. Not significant in time. I think you can do it relatively quickly over the course of 10 or 11 or 12 weeks. But significant, like it's going to be tough. It'll be tough. But if anybody knows tough, it's Carol in Georgia, right?
Amen.
That's right. I ain't fighting you. Ain't no way. Okay? Step 2. I want you to recognize you were not safe then. When that predator of a man came into your house and took from you your innocence, your safety, your ability to get close. He stole that from you. You weren't safe then, but you're safe now. And that sentence is going to be critical to you getting well. So when your body starts to try to protect you in the present from a thing that happened 30 years ago, we're going to stop and we're going to say out loud, I wasn't safe then, but I'm safe right now. I'm Carol from Georgia. I'm safe right now. Okay?
Yes.
All right. You're going to have to decide over time to catch those feelings in progress, in action. And sometimes that will be halfway through a cheese. I don't know what your food of choice is. Mine is candy and cheeseburgers. I catch myself halfway through a cheeseburger and I will throw the whole thing out. Oh my gosh, I am mindlessly doing this. I've been on the phone with somebody in the middle of a business call trying to make a thing, and I pulled into a drive-thru. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Caught it. And then I asked myself, what's my body trying to protect me from? Oh, I'm kind of ashamed that I might not get the speaking gig, or they can't meet my rate, or whatever the thing is that my body's trying to protect me from. And it's just a practice to catch it. You can't see this unless you're watching because we're on the phone, but I actually have like a journal that I carry with me. It's just the thoughts. I just write them down. That way I can just examine them. Is this true or is this not true? And then over time with a counselor, you're going to learn some new traits, some new skills. Instead of eating those feelings, we're going to walk those feelings. We are going to call a friend those feelings. We're going to show up to a group's those feelings. We're going to read a book, those feelings. We're going to have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. We're going to figure out other avenues for those feelings. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Here's where that's a huge paradigm shift for you. You're not broken. There's not something wrong with you. Your body's doing exactly what it should. It is trying to protect you from that hell ever happening again. And it's done a great job, right? It's done its job.
Uh-huh.
And it's cost you everything, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what we have to do is we have to open up our toolkit, of which there's only one tool, and that is avoid all relationships, period. Okay, that worked. That kept us safe, and it's killed us too. So we're going to put some new tools in that bag. And that's it. And I don't want you to look at this as though you have some sort of character issue or some sort of willpower issue. No, you don't. You just need some different tools in that bag that you got to practice using. That's all.
Okay.
Okay? I
That's
want you
good.
to honor your body for having kept you safe for 30 years.
Okay.
And be really pissed off that it chose that way, right?
Right.
It could have chose marathon running. That I saw recently, there's a significant number of endurance athletes that also had significant trauma. Okay? It's equally it's equally not good. But it's just the body's response. And so, hey, body, you kept me safe. I really hate how you did this, but you kept me safe. Right?
Uh-huh.
I got this from my good buddy, Sal DiStefano, who works with the Mind Pump guys. And I want you to hear me really closely. You cannot hate your body into being healthy. You
Okay.
can't disgust yourself into being healthy. You can't. You have to honor it. You've kept me safe. Thank you. Thank you. And now we're going to learn safety in a new way, because this way is going to kill me. And it's going to keep me lonely. And it's going to keep me fill in the blank. Step 3, you're going to have to begin practicing becoming aware when you grab food, when you're isolating. And this isn't about fighting yourself. This is about one word: awareness. That's it.
Okay.
And if you will do the work of writing them down in a journal. And when I say journal, like $9 at Walmart. Have somebody go get it for you, right? $9. As you write them down, you'll start to see a pattern. Every time my dad calls, I reach over and grab something to eat. Every time it gets past 8 o'clock and I'm lonely, I grab something to eat. Every time I get nervous at work or whatever the thing is. And those will be your trigger points. Curious. Why is my body trying to protect me from that? You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And I want you to hear how light my touch is on all of this. You have fought yourself for 30 years, right?
Yes.
You've hated yourself for 30 years, right?
Yes.
You've been grossed out for 30 years, right?
Yes.
See, can we make one agreement? That's not working.
Right.
Let's try something else.
Yes.
It's the same thing I tell parents who are screaming at their kids and screaming at their kids. Take out the trash, make your bed. When I finally say, hey, that's not working. What if we tried something else? And that's all I'm asking you. You've tried the hammer method. You've tried the scream method. You've tried the I hate you method. You've tried the starvation method. You've tried the I'll work this off method. Let's start with the I love Carol method. And thank God for keeping me safe.
Yes.
And now, let's move on. Step 4 is going to be to seek out a daily, weekly group of people that you care about. whether that's an Overeaters Anonymous, whether that's a counselor, whether that's a group of women that get together for coffee somewhere at a local place. I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt there is no healing, especially from trauma and isolation. You have to be with other people. And
Okay.
what makes trauma so ugly is it makes oxygen poisonous. It makes oxygen feel poisonous, right? When you start getting close to people, that's when your body says, run, right? That's what you're going to have to go through. That's the alarm you're going to have to head directly into. Kind of like your kitchen, that smoke alarm goes off. You don't run out in the yard. You go see what's setting the alarm off.
Right.
That's what we're doing here.
Okay.
Meeting with a group of friends once a week, that sets off your alarms. Cool. Then I'm going to make sure we're doing that. Or I'm going to go to Overeaters Anonymous. I'm going to go to whatever group. I'm going to go be with people. Slowly at first. Right?
Yes.
And I'm going to suggest, and this is going to get me some hate on the internet, and I don't care. I don't think it's time for exercise yet.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think we're there yet. If you could go for a walk every day, I think that would be dramatic for your body and your mind and your soul. But if you can't,
Okay.
don't. Cool.
Perfect.
You may be ready to rock and roll. Like, no, I want to get an exercise program and go to physical therapy and get some PT and get this pain under control. Cool. That's great. But I don't want you to try to look in the mirror and stare at yourself and hate yourself forward on that treadmill. I want you to think, we've been kept safe for this long. Now we're moving into part 2. That took way longer than we thought, but we're moving into part 2, which is, I love this body that has kept me safe for 30 years so much, I'm going to make sure it's around for another 40. Right? I am exercising because I get to, because that guy has not one more inch inside of my heart. He will not keep me isolated anymore. He will not keep me alone anymore. Here's step 5. This is the hardest part. Have you ever been to counseling yet?
No.
Okay.
Most of my family and friends don't even know it happened.
Okay. Grief demands a witness, as the great David Kessler says. You have to say these things out loud. And here's what I almost guarantee has happened inside of you. When you told me what happened, I'd be willing to bet your shoulders dropped a little bit and it felt, whew. And then over the course of this call, your body has filled back up with air. Oh my gosh. Is that right? And then when you get off this call, you're going to have I can't believe I said that. You're going to have to find somebody that you can sit down and be honest and tell the story to. So I want you in your local community, I want you to reach out to somebody and say, I was sexually assaulted and raped as a teenager, and it's continuing to have a powerful hold on me into my 40s, and I'm ready to let this go. I would like to explore trauma counseling. What does that mean? Might be EMDR. It might mean body work, which is what I did, and it was extraordinary. That's a whole other conversation we can have another time. It might be some sort of adult-centric seeking safety program. It might be an REBT program. It might be any number of things. The modality I don't care so much about, but somebody that will walk through and teach you a set of skills for self-managing when your body takes off on you, and then head back through that trauma. And then the peace and freedom on the other side of it. And there's going to be guilt, and I can't believe it went on this long. All that's part of the healing. But man, you're worth all of it. We're going to clip this. I'm going to send it to you, Carol, just so that you don't have to wait for a month until this show comes out. I'm also going to send you a copy of my book, Own Your Past, Change Your Future. And I want you to read that book. It doesn't speak specifically to weight gain, but it does talk about healing from trauma, just the path out and how these stories get lodged in us. And I want you to, before today is over, I want you to call a counselor, and I want you to call 1 or 2 women that will go out and have coffee with you. And if you're brave, you can say the story out loud. You don't have to say names. You don't have to say anything like that, but you can say the story out loud and be heard for the first time. It'll be scary. It'll be hard. And that's the first step towards this not holding you anymore. Don't have a grip on you anymore. I'm free from this. I am free. I'm so grateful for you, Carol. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for not giving up on you and saying, all right, cool, 44. Today is when everything changes.